Hello everyone, welcome to Real Talk with Lady Diane. Thank you for taking the time to stop by. Please do remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and please do let me know what you think. If you have any question, do let me know on the comments and I will be happy to reply to every single one of them.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.
In today's video, we'll be talking briefly, not too long, about deep connection. What is deep connection and why it is important to have a deep connection? Why should we have a deep connection with who we are? We live in a life where everything goes so fast, a lot of things are happening. Example, the actual situation with COVID, being far away from our family. So everything goes so fast, we try our best to adapt, because that's what we do. We adapt to changes. But often, while we try to adapt to all those changes, we actually forget to do one thing. We forget to connect with ourselves. We forget to sit down and listen to ourselves. We forget who we are. So this is why today I decided to talk about deep connection with ourselves, because in order for us to handle everything that is going around, we need to understand that we are not just the aspect that we see. I'm not just a black woman. I'm not just a mother. I am someone within this body, someone deep inside. And this is where I have to come and do my deep connection to understand that there is more than what you can see. And for you to not only being able to handle life, handle changes, but also to know what you want. You don't know what you want until you know who you are. That's one thing I have learned through my own experience. Is I was living life in a way that I was just waking up, go to bed, another day, -1 +1, whichever way you want to take it. But living like that is not really what life is supposed to be. A lot of people been saying life is unfair. I don't like this sentence because life is simple and easy. What is unfair is what we make of life, is how we as human, we affect everybody's life with our greed, the decision that we make. This is what is unfair. It's not life itself that is unfair. Do remember to let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any question, please do ask and I will be happy to reply. For you to do that deep connection, you actually need to start asking yourself some questions. Who am I? That's one of the questions I was asking myself all the time and I could not answer. It was, who am I? Why am I here? And also, when I live this life, this place, earth, what will I be satisfied with? What will I be satisfied about? And for a very long time, nothing. Nothing was my answer. And that's because I didn't know who I was. That's because I wasn't connected. I was disconnected with the person that I am. I was in conflict with myself, my inner self. So after you ask yourself this question, if you struggle to answer this question the same way I used to struggle, go back to your own life. Analyze it. Take the time to do step by step. Go back to your general story. For example, myself is, what does it mean to be me? I needed to understand what it was to be a Haitian. To understand what it is to be Haitian, I needed to understand what is it to be descendant of slave. So I had to go back a very long time to understand the results that I am today. To be able to handle it, to be able to have a vision, I need to know what happened. So I did all my search and I answered the question, my lives matter. I am here for something. The universe chose me to be here because I understood where I came from. I understood everything that happened. And from the time I could answer this question, I started to know myself a little bit more, and I started to want that relationship with myself. I started to want to appreciate myself the same way that I appreciate my story. And then I understand everything and I ask myself, why am I still here? Out of millions, the billions, why am I still here? Is it for me to wake up, eat, work, be a good mom, go to bed, and the same thing again and again until the day that it's my day to live? And the answer was no. I'm here for a reason, and I need to find that reason deep inside of me. Then I asked myself the question, if I leave, what will I be satisfied about? And what will I want other people to remember me for? Do you want people to remember you because you were the most beautiful girl on earth? Do you want people to remember you because you're the richest person on earth? So you need to find this answer. My answer is, I want people to remember me for being the woman that did not give up, for being the woman that had compassion, for being the woman that wanted to help. These are the things that I want people to remember me for. So now you know who you are. You know what you will be happy to leave behind. You know what you want to leave behind. You will need to find how you're gonna work towards this goal. You will have many other little goals in between, but my big goal is, what is my legacy? And I understand this because when I went through my story, I understood the legacy that they wanted for me. So now what legacy I want for the next generation. When you're not connected, you just live life thinking, yeah, whatever life threw at me, I just hope for the best. But most of the time we end up being depressed. We end up not understanding things because we just don't know what we want. So you're there thinking, I'm not satisfied with what I have, but at the same time, you don't really know what you want. You don't really know what you are worth. Inside of you, there is the true you. Yes, there's another person. I can sit there for 2 seconds. Watch this. You didn't hear me, but I heard myself. I was talking inside of me, which means I have my inner voice. The same way you have your inner voice, you also have your inner person. This is not the person. You know, sometimes when you think about life, when does life start? When does it end? It's not really the day that you are born as a person, and it's not also the day that you die as a person. Often, when someone is gone, we say, he's dead, he's dead, he's gone. But physically, you can still see the body on the floor. But we say he is gone. That means the person inside is gone, which proves that the physical aspect of who we are is not really what we are inside. So when you go through that deep connection with yourself, you sit down, you take time out of life, the life that you know, that I know. You take time off being a mother, of being a sister, of being a daughter. All those time need to be off and be you. Sit down, connect, ask the question, are you okay? Be honest with yourself. Every single day, hello, hi, you okay? Yes, I'm fine, and you? Do you know how many people answer the question, yes, I'm fine, but are not fine? Take the time to be you. Take the time to listen to your inner voice. Take the time to talk to yourself. Take the time to go back in time. Take the time to come and enjoy your own company. Search for who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you will never live. You will be here, you'll be present, and then you're gone. What do you have? What does the other people have to say about you? Oh, she was a nice person. Oh, she was really quiet. They would have a lot of things to say about you, but not much. You know why? Because they don't really know who you are, because you never allow yourself to be your true self. So deep connection is important for you to be able to handle everything, be able to want things, be able to have a plan of action, to know where you're going. The connection is the vision you're gonna have. You need that. You need the connection to have a vision. You need the connection to know that you are worth it. You need that connection to know that you're capable of everything that you want, because deep inside of you, you allow your true self to manifest. That's what it is. You need to connect to be able to manifest. You need to plug to be able to see light. You need to turn on the tap to be able to see water. So you need to connect with yourself. to be able to see the light that you are. Too often, we are searching for the light. We are searching for the way. We are searching for answers. But we don't realize that we are the light. We are the way. We are the answer. But because we're not connected, we don't see it like that. We don't understand it like that. It is true that we are who we are, not only for ourselves, but also because for the community. We have to be useful, but that doesn't mean that people have to use us. But for us to be as useful as we should be, we need to be useful for ourselves first. We need to connect. We need to know ourselves. We need to provide for ourselves to be able to provide for others. So taking time for yourself doesn't mean that you are selfish. Taking time to connect doesn't mean that you just want everything for yourself. No, because how can you give what you don't have? How can you give love when you don't have love? You'll be just faking it. Because having love and understanding love is to have it first for yourself. How can you want something that you're not even giving to yourself? That's being just stupidly blind. I want the best. I want you to give me the best, but I don't even know what is the best for myself. That's just a big joke. Too often, a lot of relationship, whatever type of relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, daughter, mother, son, father, whatever type of relationship does not work out is because we don't have that connection with ourselves first. So we're putting that weight on somebody else's shoulder, or somebody else is gonna put that weight on your own shoulder, which is not fair. So take the time to connect with yourself, and then you'll be able to connect with the community, to connect with your sisters, your brothers, girlfriend, husband, wife, So yeah, this is what I think deep connection is important, not only for yourself to be yourself, for yourself to allow yourself to be, but also for you to handle life, handle relationship, handle everybody else, because you will understand your own purpose. You will understand that you are the only one that is capable of doing it for you. No, nobody is responsible for doing it. We contribute to each other's life, but you are in charge of your own. So the deep connection is very important. And when I went back in time and understood that despite everything that happened, my life actually is a blessing. I used to feel like life would be better without me. And I'm like, wow, because I wasn't connected, I was actually destroying myself. Because I wasn't connected, I was actually sitting in the dark when I was the light that I needed. So yeah, I no longer see my life as a fatality, a mess. I see it as I'm a survivor. I deserve to live. I am here because somebody had a vision. Somebody did not see everything as dark when they could have. They could have seen everything as a fatality, but they did not. They thought of me, they thought of you, and they did everything they could do to let their light shine so we could let our light shine. Today's video is really like, I just wanted to sit down and exchange and tell you through that talk how important it is, because I know for you, you may think, oh, it's easy for me to just sit there and talk. But I did not have a camera in front of me when I was going through my dark time. Because I know how it felt when I was there, I just feel like if I can help anyone out there by just sharing something, it's going to be my participation into the community. It's going to be my way of being useful, because living life and not knowing who you are, it's hard. And the word hard is not hard enough to describe how hard it is. Living life thinking that you are worthless, thinking that you don't deserve anything good, thinking that nothing good will ever happen to you, thinking that you are just a curse, or it's something I do not wish. I don't have enemies, but like they say, to my worst enemies, because I've been there. I've been through depression, I've been through dark thoughts, I've been through it all. Let's say it like that. And I know how unpleasant and I know how difficult it is to believe that tomorrow is going to be a better day. But trust me, tomorrow will come with its own difficulties. But tomorrow will come as a better day only if you connect with yourself, only if you allow yourself to have that deep connection, only if you take the time to understand the vision that lead to you, and then you have to have your own vision for the next one, your own vision for your own life to start with. Tomorrow will come as a better day only if you do those things, only if you connect with yourself. If you do not connect with yourself, whatever tomorrow brings, you will not see it as an opportunity. Whatever life throw at you, you will still see it as that heavy weight on your shoulder, that, you know, when you feel like something is pressing your chest that you can't breathe. I can tell you for sure that there are some days that are even more difficult than it used to be for me right now, but I don't have that weight on my shoulder. I don't feel that heavy cage on my chest, because I know who I am, because I know my vision, and I know that because my vision is so great, I will have all those obstacles. But because my vision is so strong, because my inner connection is so powerful, because the inner me, the me that really matters, is so beautiful and strong, I will go through those obstacles. I will happily go through them and I will conquer. I know that. See it as tomorrow is an opportunity for you to do better. Tomorrow is an opportunity for you to start again and again. Tomorrow doesn't have to feel as heavy as today. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I do know it's an opportunity for me if I make it. It's like there's still time. It's not too late. It's not the end. Some people are going through the end. But you are here, you are listening to this video. I am here, sitting down here, doing this video. It's another opportunity for me to be better, to do better. But it's also an opportunity for you to sit down and connect with yourself. We connect with so many things in this life, but the one thing we should be connecting deeply, that deep connection, we often don't do it. We often just happy to just put some makeup on and hide how we feel inside. I did it. I used to do it. But trust me, it doesn't matter how expensive your dress is. It's not gonna make you a better person. It doesn't matter how beautiful the world think you are. It doesn't make you a better person. But what matters is how deep is the connection you have with yourself. People say to me that I'm in love with myself. I have to be in love with myself. I have to be. If I can't be in love with myself, who will be in love with myself for me? I'm in love with myself, so can you. I'm connected with myself, so can you. It doesn't matter what you've been through. As long as you are here today, you are still breathing, it's an opportunity to connect. It's an opportunity to be great. Because we are great. We are bright. We are everything that we want to be. I made up a dream lady that I wanted to be, but I discovered that I don't want to be that lady because I am already that lady. Thank you for watching this little video. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. If you have any question, if you have any suggestion, do let me know and I will get back to you. Thank you. À bientôt.